All right, good morning, second graders. Last week we talked about prefixes, and can somebody remind me what a prefix is? If you know. Or I could just tell you.
It comes before.
Yes, it does. It's like a word part that comes before the word to change the meaning of the word. So like an example would be like, let me think. I can't even think of an example. Unstable. Un would be the prefix, and stable would be the word that the prefix is attached to. Okay, so good job. Today we'll be talking about the complete opposite of prefixes, so you'll learn that very soon. And so right now, I want you to close your eyes. Close your eyes. And I want you to think about a time you were reading and you came across a really big word and you had no idea how to read it. Okay, so this will go. Oh, no, go back. Escape. Sorry. There. Okay, so this was me when I was in second grade, and I had some issues reading too. Sometimes when I was reading books, I'd find really big words and I wouldn't know how to read them, just like some of you. So here is a list of words that I had trouble reading when I was in second grade. Can you guys tell me what you noticed about these words?
They all are split up, and it's like, it says like a part of the word, and then the end of the word is in yellow.
Yeah, so what else do you notice about the yellow parts of the word?
Was that the end of the word?
Yeah.
Some of them are the same.
Yes, some of them are the same. Like this word and this word have the same, these two words have the same, and then these two words have the same endings. And these endings are called suffixes, and they are word parts that you find at the end of a word that changes its meaning. And when I was in second grade, my teacher helped me read these words with a very helpful trick, and I'm going to teach you that very helpful trick today. And so it's really important that you are able to read words with suffixes, because then you can read really big books with really big words, and you can also figure out the meanings of words that might not be familiar to you. So after this lesson today, you will be able to say, I can read words with suffixes. So there are a whole bunch of suffixes, like hundreds of them, but we're going to only be looking at 3 of them today that I think that will be the most common for you to be reading as second graders. So the first one is able, and able means to have the power to do or be something. So you have the power to do something. And then full is to have a lot of something, and then less is to have a really little bit of something or none of it at all. So keep those definitions in mind as we move forward. And I'm going to give you an example now. So here's my word. First, I am going to look at the end of the word for one of our 3 suffixes. And can somebody tell me where the suffix is? Do you see it in this word?
Mm-hmm. It's full.
Full, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to circle full. And can somebody remind me what full means?
A lot of it.
Yes, good job. And then I'm going to look at the rest of the word, and that isn't circled. And I see that that word is a common word that I kind of know. Can somebody tell me what that word is?
Care.
Yeah, so I underlined that word. And what does care mean? What does it mean to care?
I don't know how to explain.
This is kind of hard, isn't it?
Okay.
I would just say it means
like in deep regard for.
Yeah. I mean, that's a very high thinking second grade definition, but yes.
Skip right to college.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna go to the next grade. Okay, sorry.
So I circled my suffix and I underlined my common word, which is also known as a root word. Okay? So here, so that word was care and full. So put together, what is that word?
Careful.
Yes. And what do you think careful means? If we put those two definitions together, you can just, what does that mean?
That you're gentle.
Yeah, you have a lot of care for something, right? You care a lot.
You don't
Okay.
want to break it because you like it a lot.
Yes. Okay. So now we're going to play a game called the suffix search. And I wonder if this will come up. Okay. So I'm going to spin this wheel and I'm going to actually pass out a marker, a whiteboard, and an eraser. And please do not write on your whiteboards until I tell you to. Okay? Oh, there's like, did I miss someone for an eraser? Or do you all have a piece of t-shirt or whatever? Okay. Okay, so this game works by me spinning the wheel and we're going to write down the word that the wheel picks, okay? So I'm gonna spin. Oh, that's a bad noise. Okay, so I don't need that. Okay, so please write down this word, and what I want you to do is I want you to circle the suffix and underline the root word. Circle the suffix and underline the root word. Raise your hand once you're done. Okay, show me your boards. Amazing. Okay, so now what I want you to do, don't erase yet. It's okay. It's okay. You're good. I want you to discuss with your table mates what you circled and what you underlined and what the meaning of the word is.
I underline wonder and
Now-
circle full.
Wonder is like curiosity.
So you're full of wonder and or curiosity.
Yeah.
Okay, are we ready? Are we good? Okay, you can erase your board. Can somebody tell me what that word was?
Wonderful.
Awesome. Okay. What was the suffix?
Full.
Yeah, and what was the root word?
Wonder.
Awesome. Okay, we're gonna play one more round. Hopefully it doesn't make that awful noise again. It does.
This makes me like a horror film. Like
Yeah,
sad.
for real. This noise right here. Okay. This one's kind of a hard one. Write that one down and circle the suffix and underline the root word. And don't erase just yet. Okay, show me your boards. Amazing job. Okay, discuss with your group mates.
I underlined question.
Me too.
Circled able.
So what was the root word?
Question.
And what was the suffix?
Able.
Yep, so what was the whole word together?
Questionable.
And what was the meaning of that word?
You are able to question.
Mm-hmm. Something's like, yeah, you just have to, yeah, you got it.
Like
I'm not even going to say any more about that. Okay.
I really like the pepper.
So how did you find the suffix in each word that you did?
I looked at the end.
Awesome, and what did you do once you looked at the end?
I looked for a smaller word in the big word.
you look for a smaller word in the big word, like the word part, that was
Yeah.
the suffix, right? One of the three we
Yeah.
talked about? Okay, and then how did you find the root word?
But like you see the rest of the word, like whatever you circle, I find in that smaller word, the root word is the rest of the word that's not circled.
Yes, exactly. So what is the difference between the suffix and the root word?
The wo-
What's the difference between the suffix at the end of the word and the actual root word?
the root word can be a word on its own.
Mm-hmm. And the suffix cannot.
It adds to it.
Yes, it does add to it. And then, how did you figure out the meaning of the word?
By taking the root word and knowing what that meant, and then taking the suffix and using the definition that you gave us.
Yes, awesome job. Okay, if you haven't erased, erase, and then I can collect the words.
I'm gonna keep it. You wanna keep it? You'll draw on it.
Look at the point of this.
Dude, yeah, mine was like that too, and I was like, huh.
Thank you. Oh, put on top. I'll organize it later. Now I need to figure out. Put this back on. Apparently, it doesn't want me to keep going with the. We're not even gonna worry about this because it's okay. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to our worksheet, and I'm going to have. I will pass that out, but I only want you to put your name on it, and then I will give you directions. So just put your name on it for now. Show me you're ready with a thumbs up. Okay, can I have a volunteer read the instructions? Okay, go ahead, Molly.
Circle the suffix, then underline the root word. Practice saying the full word in your head, then come up with your own meaning for the word based on the meanings of the suffix and root word.
Okay, so now we're gonna go through the example. In this example, I circled the suffix full, which means a lot of something, and then I underlined the root word, which is forget, and that means that you can't remember something. So then I put it together in my head. I said forgetful, and that means you forget a lot. Okay? So go ahead and circle the suffix and underline the root word in those three examples, and when you are done, come up to me and you will be reading those words to me. Okay, read, for the first word, read the root word.
Fear.
Yes. Okay,
Full.
okay, read the whole word.
Fearful.
Yep. Second word,
Speech.
suffix.
Speechless.
Awesome.
Enjoy. Able. Enjoyable.
Okay, thank you. You were here first, I think. Okay, read the first word's root word.
Fear,
Yep. And then the suffix.
full,
Yes.
fearful,
Okay, next one.
speech, less, speechless.
Yep.
Enjoy, able, enjoyable.
Thank you. Go ahead. First word, root word.
Fear.
Yep.
Full.
Yep.
Fearful.
Yep. Second word.
Speech, less, speechless. And then enjoy, and then able, and then enjoyable. Enjoyable.
Awesome.
Sorry.
Okay, Molly. Go ahead. Read the first word's root word. Fear. And then its suffix. Full. And then it's the whole word. Fearful. And do the same for the second.
Speech, less, speechless.
And then the third one.
Enjoy, able, enjoyable.
Awesome. Thank you. Since we're all done now, I have a few questions for you, and then we'll be all done. So, once we find a word with a suffix, what is the first thing we should do?
Figure out the parts of it.
Yeah, so what is the first part we're going to look at in a word with a suffix? What did we circle?
The
first
suffix.
part of the word.
Yeah, we circled the suffix, right? And then we think about what that suffix means because we went over able, full, and then less. And then after we find the suffix, what should we do next?
Look at the word.
Yeah, so what do we do to the root word?
Underline.
And then we also think about the root word's meaning, right? And then how do we know what the word sounds like and what it means? What are we combining?
The meanings.
Yeah, we're combining the meanings and what else when we say the word?
The root word and the suffix.
Yeah, we're combining the sounds of the root word and the suffix, and we're combining their meanings, right? What other things do you think are important when we're reading words with suffixes? Anything is okay here. Anything you can think of. Or I can give some examples. So do you remember how I said that there's a whole bunch of suffixes and we only went over 3? So not all words are going to contain those 3 suffixes. There's going to be other suffixes too. So you have to think about that. And you also have to think about how a suffix is added to the end of the word to change its meaning. So remember, the big thing to think about is that being able to read suffixes is going to help us read really big books, right? And it's going to help us read bigger words in those books. And it's also going to help us find the meanings of words that might not be familiar to us. Okay? Okay. Good job.